Could you tell us about how the room has evolved since you got here? It feels like, especially with Mark and Marlon coming back, you guys are deeper than you've been.
You mean like in 2022 or like last year?
Just whenever you took over the room.
Because like from 2022, it's crazy. I think of like just even this year in the spring, we've had injuries this whole time, but to have 4 guys always that I feel really comfortable putting in the game, like the depth that we got at corner, something that we haven't had since I've been here, which has been pretty cool. Yeah.
What's it like just seeing Marlon back out there after everything he's been through?
Yeah, such a wild time last year. Just my heart hurt for him. Just to getting to know him and his family and that whole process, and like to me, it's just so cool seeing him. Just his fight to get through that, and like I think you see it out here on the field and how he plays. Like it's just tough as nails, and that's what we get from him. But
does an experience like that, obviously that's tough for anybody to go through, but as a player, does that bring more things out of him, almost like a mental toughness that you can't really coach?
Yep, it's a toughness piece, and like, I don't know, dealing with 18 to 22-year-old kids, it's so easy to go with the highs, up with the highs and low with the lows, and I think like that experience taught him just to be in the even keeled and like, you know, beat on the plays, really poised coming back and, you know, on to the next play. I just think some of the life experiences and hardships he's been through is it's a different level of maturation that he has, which is, I think, helped him in his play.
How has Colby Taylor matured since he got here?
Like, I mean, you see it. I'm so proud of him. I think, and it's like a kudos to just everybody on staff too. Like, Coach Lee is special. And like the way he cares about these kids and he loves these kids, like I couldn't imagine working for nobody else, because it's like it starts with your head coach, and like that kid needs people that love him. And when he knows you love him, like that's when you see him playing his very best football and you see the maturation from him. And like I'm so proud of him, and I'm excited for his senior year. It's night and day, night and day.
What have you seen from Jalen Lackey this fall in terms of improvement from last year?
Like, I mean, he's probably our best man corner. I think I love that you can move him around in the slot. You can man him up in the slot. You can put him on the outside. He's tough. He's competitive. He'll hit you. He's fast. I think, like, you speak to the depth of the room. You got more guys in here, which is pushing him now. Like, some of the things that he needs to work on, he sees it, and it's like, you know, finishing plays. That's something we've been harping on him. And, I mean, he's grown in that aspect, and I think that comes with the depth, too, as guys pushing each other now.
Mark Davis is finally, you know, getting healthier.
Yeah.
What can he bring to the corner room?
Yeah. That's a kid who 11-foot broad jump, 40-inch vert. I mean, he's timed at a 4.4. Like when you talk about SEC corners and that kind of athleticism, that kid's got it. I think that's what he brings to it. It's like, it's an athleticism we haven't seen here. And so when you talk about like playing more man coverage this year, letting him go up there and press and play, like, I'm excited about it. It opens doors to the defense when you got guys that you feel comfortable playing man with. He's one of those.
Just looking at Marcel Height now, obviously, you know, playing on both offense and defense, what makes him such an effective defender for you?
Smart, versatile. He's played a lot of snaps. He understands routes. He understands formations. He's really good at, you know, like simple things, reading the tackle and reading the drop back of a mesh, being able to understand RPO and PAP, like his knowledge of the game. He's so smart. You see how easy he's picking up offense, but on defense, just the way he plays like a vet, and it's invaluable. It's stuff that takes a lot of time. He's got a lot of reps at it, and I think just the little details of playing corner, he's exceptional at, and that makes him good on Saturdays.
How challenging was last year for you watching Mark and Marlon go through what they went through and not having them when you thought you would?
Yeah. And I'm like panicked at first. So the first one was in the spring, and Marlon was supposed to show up, and call him trying to figure out, because he's supposed to get here on a Sunday. He's like, coach, on a Friday, I might not be there. I got to push it back a little bit. And then after he found out the news, about a week later, he told me, and then it's like, at first it's like caring for him. Like, okay, dude, you got to lock in, get right. And then after that, it's like, oh, shoot, what am I going to do? Like, we need to add some on. So you go, feel like we got a good player, Mark, who was already dealing with some stuff at Southern Illinois. When he got here, he rehabbed it. And then I remember it was right before fall camp. I'm going to get lunch at 51st Deli. And they call me, like, Mark's down, Mark's down. And that's like the panic again. It's like feeling it all over. Rushed over here, heard the news. I think that's a part where like I tore my Achilles twice in college, so helping him get through that. But the cool part about that is like, even though you go through those hardships, it's like you see Jalen Lackey have to step up this year, and like that's a guy who's played a lot of football now. Now you get those two back, and it's like you looking up, and it's a room full of depth, and you know you go through those hard things, but it's led us to here, which you know we feel pretty good about the room right now.
You've coached in the SEC for a while now. A lot of good receivers in the league. What have you learned about coaching this position at Vanderbilt specifically?
We want to be competitive and not care about what receivers we play in the SEC. Like, we put on that patch too. We can go at it with everybody. I got NFL players in the room. That's what it is, having that chip on your shoulder.
Coach Lee mentioned that Coach Gregory might be a little bit more of a risk taker than he is. Like, what do you think his style specifically leading the defense brings? And would you say, like, taking more risks on defense is a focus for you guys?
Yeah, I seen him say that. He's so funny. And I don't, like, Coach Greg ain't no risk taker. But, like, he played DB in the NFL, you know? And so, like, he knows what it's like out there on that island, so he's a little bit more comfortable letting guys play, I think. I think that's all it is. But they're very, very similar, very smart guys. Coach Greg is coming from a DB background. Coach Lee comes from a linebacker background, and just their brain's a little bit different wired for the coverages they're comfortable with, I think. If that makes sense.
We talk all the time about what Diego brought to the offense specifically, but what did he add to the defense? Like, you know, making sure you want to make sure and get him the ball back so your offense can stay on the field.
Yeah. I mean, first off, on the practice field, he makes it competitive, and with everybody. How he acts right here in this is how he acting and how he talking out there. So it makes people bring it, because he gonna tell you about it. And then out there on the field, like, it's nothing like being on defense, being on the sideline, and having somebody out there that you trust. Like, that's the most important spot in college football, and you can't do nothing without that quarterback. And when you got a guy out there that you trust, I mean, that's my best friend, corners coach's best friend.